Welcome everybody to the Handling Objections training, a part of our Builders Bootcamp hosted by Rack and Spiz. So this training is how to handle objections, and I'm going to cover everything. I'm going to cover what is an objection, all those people that reject you. You know, maybe they make you feel bad about yourself. They make you feel uneasy. They make you lose a little bit of confidence. We're going to talk about how to handle that, okay? And I just told you all, as I was edifying the call, that it doesn't matter what script you have. It doesn't matter what you do or say if you don't have confidence, okay? That is literally the trick to this. Confidence. If you don't have confidence to start off with, nothing else that you say is really going to matter, to be honest, okay? So I did create a little nice PowerPoint for you all, and I'm super excited to share it. So let's go ahead. Oh, yikes. You present. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer before I start. Some things that I did get, I have to give credit. I did a lot of research, and I found this lady named Tanya Eliza. So if anyone ever watches this video or runs into it, hey, giving you credit now. Okay, so also added it to the back of my PowerPoint. All right, so let's start. What are objections? Okay, objections are very simply unanswered questions. Okay, like Wanda said last night, voids filled with narratives. Okay, so when you tell someone something, they want to come up with a narrative like, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam. Oh, I gotta tell my pet squirrel about it first because I don't want to answer you, right? It makes people very uncomfortable, all right? So you want to understand that when you get objections or weird questions, it's typically because your prospect feels that they can't do what you're doing, or they're unsure that they have success, that they will have success. And it's your job to reassure your prospect that they can do this the same way you've done this, they can do it too, okay? And make sure that the way you present this is very duplicatable, all right? Next slide. I do have my notes with me. So what do you need to handle an objection? I want everyone to type confidence in the chat. Type confidence in the chat, because without confidence, literally, if you don't have confidence, nothing else matters. You need confidence. Alicia just talked about it in the last presentation, and you're gonna notice that the theme to every training we have today is confidence. So you better get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Remember, like Wanda said last night, you weren't born shy. You taught yourself to be shy. So anyone who's anxious, shy, whatever excuse you have for yourself, kick it to the curb, have some confidence, okay? I used to be very shy. Yes, okay. So if you don't have a strong belief in what you're doing and what you represent, then no matter what you say or your prospects, they will sense that as a weakness and make it hard for you to navigate through their objections. Remember, I always talk about how energy is transferable and people can feel your energy. So if people can't feel your confidence, they're not gonna see that you're, that you're being real with yourself or with them. They just think like, okay, why are you trying to recruit me? But if you're really confident, you're like, no, this really works. I'm super passionate about this. And you're like, okay, like, all right, cool. Right? Because people want to trust you. People are skeptical, so they want to know why they should trust you. Now, you need to be relatable. Have some relatability. You don't want to be that person that's like, yep, I'm here making all this money. I can't relate to what you're talking about. Oh, you have kids? I can't relate. Oh, you have 3 jobs? I can't relate. Oh, you have a sick family member? I can't relate. You have to be relatable, okay? We all have vulnerabilities. What is yours, okay? Because if you don't have relatability, they'll feel like, oh no, if you do have relatability, people will feel like you're a normal person who's been where they're at and you were able to overcome the same situations, okay? You also need to have genuinity. Literally, Alicia was just talking about this stuff. I promise you, she made her own PowerPoint. I made my own PowerPoint. You guys see, the trends here? It's literally the same. So genuinity, be genuine with the person. If you're not something, don't try to tell them you are, okay? Because people can read through that. They can read through the cat, okay? Be genuine. You really want to help someone. Don't be that person that's just trying to recruit and I want to help you, and when you recruit them in, you don't give a damn about them, right? Okay, so also do not try to argue or belittle anybody, okay? We're not saying if you're not trading, well, that's why you're broke. Have fun at your job for the rest of your life. None of that. Even though you might have that urge to be like, to clap back really bad and be like, F you and all that. No. Guess what? Wanda just said this last night. You want to be nice because they're going to come back. Okay? And if you're mean to them, they're not going to come back to you. They're going to come back to your neighbor. Okay? All right. Make them want to warm up to you and you warm up to them. Okay? Perfect. Okay, the next one. Or actually, I'm sorry. This is the first objection. So now we're going to start with the objections. All right. Actually, let me go back. No, I'm not going to waste time. I'm interested, but I don't have the money. Ooh, drop some ones in the chat if you've gotten this before. I literally put the most common one first. Yeah. Most times, people will get on the calls. They're interested, but they don't have the money, supposedly, right? Now, we all know that's false. They probably don't have the money, but they're telling themselves that I don't have the money and I can't get the money. So we have to switch their mindset. I swear, everything Wanda just said last night. Right? We got to get them to think how they're going to get the money, okay? So if someone says, I don't have the money, don't be like, okay, sounds good. See you later. Hit me back later, right? It could be that they don't see an opportunity for themselves, or maybe they don't see the value in the opportunity and how it will serve their goals. Because if someone really truly saw the value in the opportunity, they would be like, I don't have the money, but they already are on to the next step. I'm going to join my next paycheck. I'm going to go drive Uber. I'm going to go ask for my parents to give me money, right? But if they don't give themselves a solution, then they just don't see the value enough, okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is qualify. Step number one, okay? So, you know, Rel, it's the first person I see. You know, Rel, I can really appreciate you sharing with me that you don't have the money, but let me ask you this. If you did have the money, would you be getting started with me today? Ooh, why do you wanna ask that question? Because you want to see, you want to decipher if it's really if they don't have the money or if it's just that that's the objection they're giving you, but that's not really the reason, okay? Maybe they're just being too nice by saying, I don't have the money. You really have to assess, what is it, right? So next, are you saying that you don't have the money because you don't see an opportunity here and you just don't want to hurt my feelings? Or do you really not have the money to get started today, right? Because if it's that, then that's okay. You won't hurt my feelings. Okay, now everything that I'm doing right now, I know some of y'all are probably sitting there thinking like, I just don't even have the balls to say that, right? Excuse my language. But really, I promise you, you have to have the confidence. You're the winner in the end, okay? You are always gonna be the winner, okay? And you always want to have the objections ready. You already know all the objections before they can give them to you. So you're asking them, it's okay. Is it really that? Because if you don't see the opportunity here, it's okay. Might not be for you, right? I just want to make sure that if you do see an opportunity for yourself here and you really don't have the money, then I don't want to hold you back because I can actually help you make a plan on how to get the money if you do see an opportunity here. And we can help you with that, okay? So if it's no, it's not really about money, then you tell them, okay, like, that's fine. I won't waste your time. Do you know of anyone else that'd be willing to diversify their income streams, right? Now, if they say yes, like, I do see myself winning here, I really just don't have the money, right? Then we have to plan. Okay, how much money do we need to raise in order to get you started? Well, right? So if you ask these questions, your prospect will start to tell you where they're at and you'll be able to help them create a plan to help them find creative ways to come up with the money. Now, before I move forward, no one's gonna open up to you if you come off as an asshole, okay? Always remember, you wanna come off as relatable, you wanna come off as approachable and genuine. You're really trying to help this person. Because if you're just like, okay, the next thing on the script says to say this, okay, so how much money do we need to raise in order to get you started then? Like, that's easy. No. Be genuine, be intentional. Oh man, no, I understand. Thank you expressing that to me. Thank you for even allowing me to know that much about you. And I actually want to help you out. So how much money do we need to raise in order to get you started? Because I just can't wait until you join us and start making money, man. This money that you're missing right now, you won't even think about it in a year from now. You're going to be swiping your card and you won't even have to check your bank account. Woo! Right? So don't be an a-hole, okay? So there's a monetary investment that stands in the way of your prospect being able to make a significant change in their life situation. When you truly care about people, you want to help them overcome that, okay? So what's the strategy that you can use? No worries. Stephanie in my group, man, she just joined 2 months ago. She had the same issue just as you. She didn't have money. She had lost her job, but she actually started doing Uber Eats. She actually started doing Postmates. She started driving Uber, okay? Bring up a relatable scenario if you don't have one from yourself. Now, for me, yeah, I actually used to drive Uber Eats, do Uber Eats deliveries and Postmates. So I can tell someone, man, I know exactly where you're at. 2 years ago, I had to start doing Uber Eats because I didn't have money. But I'm so glad that I gathered the money to do this because I was able to see so much success, okay? Whatever issue it is that they don't have money for, or because whatever it is that they don't have money, why it is that they don't have money, you have to come up with a relatable scenario. Maybe it's yours or someone else on your team, okay? You can do Uber, you can babysit, sell things on eBay or Craigslist, okay? And then lastly, schedule, okay? They say that this is a really nice quote to tell someone to get them thinking. If you don't plan it, it won't become a reality. I promise you, if someone really wants it bad enough, they'll come back. So this is very important. Now that you have a plan in place, you have to create a specific time and date for them to get started, okay? Because if not, it's never gonna happen. So, all right, cool. So you said that you are gonna do Uber Eats this week. I'll hit you up next Friday so we can get you started. You know, when I was doing Uber Eats, I remember I would make $50 a night, driving like 4 hours. So you're good. You'll definitely get the money by next week. I'll follow up with you. Boom. Okay? All right. What's the next? These are top 2 objections. After that, there's no really in order. But this one next. Is this a scam or a pyramid scheme? Ooh. When someone asks you if your business is a scam or a pyramid scheme, ask them, what do you mean? Or what's a pyramid scheme? You want to know exactly where they're coming from, okay? This is actually golden because this is what Wanda was talking about. People are just filling narratives or filling voids with narratives. Do people really know what the hell a pyramid scheme is or a scam? I don't know. So ask them, well, what does that mean to you? Crickets. Don't get defensive or argumentative. Remember, don't do that because they're gonna come back. You don't wanna come off as an a-hole. Just try to get to understand them. Okay, well, why do you say that? Right? Don't let your tone be condescending at all. You're one of those, okay, whatever. No. Oh, nah, man. And you know something else that I usually say? Or I tell people to say, because I never thought this was a scam or a pyramid scheme, but if you did at the beginning, I'm sure a lot of you all did, you say, you know, I thought the same thing when I first started. It actually took me 8 months to join. I really thought it was a scam and a pyramid scheme, but I realized like, I kept seeing the person that put me on, I kept seeing them elevate, and I was like, there is no way. So what do you mean when you say scam or pyramid scheme, right? So once they share what their definition of what a scam or pyramid scheme is, then you can go ahead and politely educate them. Education is key. It makes you look smart and it makes you look like you really know what you're saying and you're confident, okay? Because the majority of the time, people don't know what exactly a pyramid scheme is, okay? So you also want to say, this is the next thing I was going to say. If we were a scam or a illegal pyramid scheme, don't you think we would have been shut down by now? Now, how many people let me tell you a secret. I actually just did this, I think 2 nights ago. I have no idea how many people are in IM Academy. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm sure it's, for me, I think it's like 500,000. So I told the person on the phone, I'm confident, so they're gonna believe me. Man, there's 500,000 people in our organization. There's just don't you think we would have got shut down by now? Do I know if there's 500,000 people here? No, I really don't. I really don't, but I'm confident, okay? So you can educate them. A pyramid scheme is strictly a money game and has no basis in real commerce. A pyramid scheme was actually, do you know what a Ponzi scheme is? So that was actually when people used to give someone some money, they would tell them that they were investing it, but really they were just recycling that money around. That right there is a pyramid scheme. It's not really attached to a product, right? It's just money being exchanged. But a legitimate business is based on providing people with real products that they need, okay? See, I get what you're saying, but you know, the foreign exchange market is actually just a market. What we have here are access to educational tools. You're not giving us the money. You're taking care of your own money, okay? Now, what you're getting access to are those tools to make you profitable. Now, if you guys have gotten on my informational webinars, drop some 10s in the chat if you've gotten on one of our informational webinars in the last month. Okay, you know well that I tell people, right, I love food, that without quality educational products, that's like us being in a new city with no GPS trying to get to our favorite restaurant. How the hell are we gonna find it? We just driving around aimlessly, losing gas, right? So if you don't have quality educational tools, you're kind of just trading blindly on the market. It's like gambling, right? Because a lot of people's objection is like, this is like gambling. No, that's gambling, right? So be confident in what you're saying, okay? So you can always say, while some people do make a lot of money through network marketing, the financial gain is always the result of their own dedicated efforts in building and training an organization. Actually, don't say that. Okay. All right. All right, so now with closing. Once you've shared, this is weird because I literally had a part right here that said closing. So once you've shared with your prospect that the data on how network marketing is a legitimate thriving business, now you transition them into closing. If we were a scam or an illegal pyramid scheme, okay, don't you think we would be shut down by now? Right. They're literally going to shut up. Like, I don't think they're even going to be able to say anything, right? They're literally going to sit there like, okay, I'm goofy as hell, right? It's going to get them to better understand that they're illogical, okay? Then you can gracefully transition into a closing phrase when you ask them, is there anything else you need to know before we get you started? Ooh. Yeah, smile and shut up, exactly. And when they can't say anything, yeah, this is where you smile big. This is Wanda. Is there anything else you need to know before we can get you started? And then they come up with another objection. That's fine. Okay, next objection. Oh, sorry, if they still think it's a scam, if your prospect is still adamant and not seeing that network marketing is a legitimate, honest, and fair business model, then just let them go and wish them the best. Perfect. Sounds to me that you may have had a bad experience with something that you haven't gotten over yet. It doesn't sound like you're fit for my team. Yikes. Typo. Have a nice day. Ooh, burn, 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 burn. Then they're gonna watch you on Instagram on a flight next week, and they're gonna be like, damn. Yikes. Okay? All right. Okay, next objection. Looks good, but this isn't for me. Drop some ones in the chat if you've gotten it before. I mean, it sounds good, but I just don't think it's for me. what? What? Making money is not for you? That's what we want to say, right? Like, okay, you stay at your job. We're not going to say that though. Okay. Interesting. I mean, maybe this isn't for you, but what do you mean exactly? Try to assess what they're trying to say. By asking this question, you will uncover the real reason it's not for them, and then you can go from there. Now, sometimes it's the way we're presenting or exposing the opportunity. Are you showing the business and the product? Maybe they see the value in the trading, but they don't see the value in the business. Okay? So that's why you have to show them the full plan. Okay? So that's why it's important when after people see the presentation, you have to give them a good follow-up. Get them on the phone with a mentor who actually knows what they're talking about. Because when we have people like this, where they're like, I just don't feel like recruiting or telling people, which is an objection I have on here, you need a solid mentor to be able to overcome that objection. Because if not, you're just gonna sit there like, eh. That's why we say after we follow up, right? Let's say we got Philip on the call and, hey, Philip, thank you so much for your time and for getting on the informational webinar. What did you like best? I think Eric Worre said this. We ask them what they like best because that gets them to think about the positivity in the opportunity. This is what I liked from it, right? Right? They will tell you what they like best and you can move in that direction with them. Okay? So ask them, well, what do you like best? Looks good, but this isn't for me. So this is kind of an objection where you have to gauge it. This is an objection where you really need your mentor on the other line. Okay? So if they really just don't see themselves doing this, they don't see the opportunity, you're gonna ask them for a referral. Alicia was talking about this as well. Okay, do you know of anybody else that could benefit from this opportunity? Do you know of anybody else that's ambitious and wants maybe to diversify their income portfolio? I mean, I thought I did, right? I don't know. Okay, all right. Next objection. I need to think about it, or I need to do my research. Ooh, drop some ones in the chat. If you've gotten this before. I'm pretty sure everybody has gotten this. Okay? So you might be getting this because of a lack of credibility. If you were a scammer in the past, don't be offended if people think, or people are telling you that they need to do their research. If you weren't the brightest skittle in the bag in school, don't be offended. It's okay. Okay? Because people think this is harder than it really is. So you just have to chill and you have to wait, okay? So, all right. The girl last night, she actually told me this. I mean, I need to do some more research. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I was literally like, okay, well, what research do you need to do? Because I'm gonna be completely honest. If you go and Google this, this is a paid subscription product. So you're not really gonna find anything online. And everything that you find online is probably gonna be inaccurate. That's why we actually make a lot of money from this. Okay, something like that I told her. I don't know, but I closed her out. Okay, so, okay. I want you guys to say, okay, cool. I don't get many people that tell me that they need to do more research after that, but I'd love to help you with that. Would you mind sharing with me what you feel you need more information on exactly? So this is another way of saying what I just said to the person last night. I literally said to the girl last night, okay, well, what do you need to do some more research on? I can help you out, right? That's what you're doing. So would you mind sharing with me what you feel you need more information on exactly? Okay. Oh, okay, cool. You want more information on how the money works? Okay, I can answer that for you. Anything else? All right. Okay, so we need more information on how the money works, the time you need to spend on the business. Anything else? So what you want to do is you want to keep listening and making a note. Okay. All right. If we can get you more info on how the money works and how much time you need to invest, and you're happy with the information, do you see an opportunity to get started with us? So I was reading through my notes, but number one, eliminate the objection before it comes up. Okay. Ooh, actually, wait. Let me finish this. Pretend number one is not there. I forgot to cover that first. If they say yes, that they do see an opportunity to get started with us after you've done all their research for them, then you need to get ready to do a three-way call, okay? Or get the information to get them started, okay? So what does this mean? Eliminate the objection before it comes up. I love doing this, actually. So because a lot of people say that they need to do their research and they need to think about it, before you introduce them to this, you have to say, hey, Susie, how's it going? Man, I've been doing a lot of research on something that I could confidently put my name to that would help me stay home longer with the kids. Help me cut back on some hours at work. So this is a before statement. It's not an after, okay? If they say I need to think about it or I need to do research, don't say, oh, I've been doing a lot of research on something that I could confidently put my name to, okay? This is before. After, if they say I need to do my research, then that's when you say, okay, cool, I don't get many people that tell me that they need to do more research, but would you mind sharing with me what you feel you need more information on exactly? Oh, how much it costs? Okay, no worries. Oh, how much time you will need to dedicate in this business? Okay, cool. So if I get you more information on how the money works and how much time you need to invest in this, would you see an opportunity with getting started with us? Right, Wanda smiles. Remember, fam, this is recorded. I have too many objections, so that's why I'm going at this pace. Okay, next. Let me see how you do it first, or how much money are you actually making, right? Drop some ones in the chat if you get this. There you go. Your friends always want to see how you do it first, and they want to know how much money you're actually making, right? I'm gonna be honest, without this script, this would be me. I would have so much confidence to say, man, are you kidding me? I just made so much money. Pull up the demo account, sure. Literally. Okay? Okay, because confidence is key. So, they may ask this because of a lack of credibility, posture, or they don't think they can do what you're doing. Okay? If you have a lack of posture and credibility, you're inconsistent, you don't post every day, ding, ding. If you don't post every day, you're probably gonna get this question. I mean, you didn't post for a week, so did you lose money that week, right? Then they're not gonna trust you, right? So how do you respond? Are you saying this because you're not confident that I'm gonna win big at this? Okay, let's forget me for a minute. Do you actually see an opportunity for yourself here? Always make it about them instead about you. Because people are always gonna wanna make it about you. First of all, buddy, I'm already in. So are you in or out? Right? This is basically it. So if they say no, you always just ask for a referral. Okay, no worries, wash your hands. Is there anyone else? Do you know of anybody that would wanna diversify their income streams? Okay, or do you know anyone that would actually wanna win big with me here? Boom. Okay, now if they say yes, okay. So what do you need to see come out of this to make it worth your time? If I can show you a way to make that happen while we run together, are you ready to do this with me? Wanda smile. Shut up. Don't say anything else. That's enough. That's it. Okay? Right. Okay. Let me talk to my boyfriend first. Let me talk to my spouse first. Drop some ones in the chat if you've gotten this before. Drop some twos in the chat if this was you. Woo. Sure was a couple of y'all, right? Be honest with yourself. Okay. All right, so here, I highlighted this a little more thoroughly, okay, or made this a little more clear this time. So before you present or you do the follow-up, you want to address the objection before they give you the objection. When it comes to decisions in the family, are you able to make them yourself, or do you like to discuss things together with your husband? You want to ask them first, because they're probably going to tell you, oh no, I make my own decisions. Okay, great, let's move forward. I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, I don't know, I'm not freaking married. What do y'all married people say? Right? Okay, so I make my own decision, so I'm going to be like, no, I make my own decision. Okay, so you already addressed the objection. Now, after, if you didn't bring that up, and they say, okay, yeah, I understand the information, but I want to talk to my spouse first. I want to talk to my boyfriend first. So if they bring up the objection, no worries, I understand. Instead of having you explain this to them, being that you don't know everything thoroughly yet, let me make it easier for you. Let's get your husband on the info call tomorrow night. Tell him that you want to show him something cool and plug into the call together. Okay? I want you guys to really take a note of this, because sometimes you guys will be like, oh yeah, talk to them. Okay, yeah, go ahead. No. We don't want you to talk to them. You're not even signed up yet, so why in the world would I want you to go try to tell someone about this? You don't even know what a signal is. Heck no. Don't do that, right? Encourage them to actually put their mom, their aunt, their husband, their boyfriend, whoever it is that they think they need validation from, encourage them to put them on the call that night. Okay? Okay, Naomi, yes. Encourage them to put whoever it is on the call the next day. Let's put them on the call tomorrow. Here, I'll actually send you the link so you can give it to them. And when you talk like this, like, I don't know if you guys believe me or not. I literally talk to prospects like with so much confidence. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from. Actually, tomorrow night, we're hosting this training again. The same way you're interested, I promise you, your husband's going to be interested as well tomorrow. Just put him on the call. We're going to explain everything thoroughly for him. Okay? All right. Now, drop some sevens in the chat if you're still here with me. Put some sevens in the chat. You're still here with me. Okay. Perfect. Let's keep going. Not sure if we're almost done. Okay. Next. Ooh. I don't have time. Okay. Now, what happens when someone says that they don't have time? It probably means that you have not presented this in an easy or duplicatable way. They think that you need to be a mathematician with an engineering degree and a calculus minor, and I don't even know, I'm making stuff up. But that's true. Sometimes we tend to present this opportunity like it's harder than it is. I see some of y'all sometimes, you have to put in a lot of work to get a lot of results. If you don't, then blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa, you're not gonna get anybody to sign up. You're making this sound way too difficult. I'm not gonna say that you don't have to put in the work, but the way sometimes the delivery, it makes it seem like, yo, you're in for something like, whoa, right? So you have to make sure that you present the opportunity in a very simple way. Why do we say all the time, post your lifestyle, don't just post Forex? Does anyone know why? Because if you post just Forex, people are gonna think like this is gonna take up all of their time. Like they're not gonna have time to live their life. That is why we say post your lifestyle. If you're at the beach, if you are at home chilling with your pets, if you are doing something that the typical average person does, you want to let people know that you do that. Because what are they going to think? Oh, damn. Yikes, I don't have time, so I'm not even going to ask. Yeah, they just think you do Forex all day and you sit on calls all day and all this stuff. I mean, be honest with yourself. If you're sitting through all these calls today, it's because you're serious about the business. It's because you truly see yourself winning in this. It's because you're very passionate about this. Drop some ones in the chat if you're passionate about this opportunity. Drop some ones in the chat if you're passionate about this opportunity. Yeah. But the prospect, they're not passionate about this yet. So they're not gonna understand why you're posting that you're on 7 calls a day, right? So you have to make sure that you present this opportunity in a very duplicatable way. Okay, don't make it sound intimidating and super time consuming, right? So relatability was one of the first things that I talked about. You wanna understand that with every objection, relatability is key. I understand. Don't just say, oh, that sounds crazy as hell to me. Maybe the pyramid scheme one, but everything else, oh, what? No. Oh, man, I understand. But when I first started, what is your story, family? What's your story? Okay? We all have lives. We live in a very busy country. We live in a very busy environment. We're not in Europe where we can clock out of work and go home and take a nap and come back. You know, we live in a very busy country. So tell them what you did, right? So I can only talk about myself. I can't talk about y'all. So what's your story? For me, when I first started, I was dead serious, commuting 3 hours a day. I was a full-time student with a full-time job. That, like, honestly was me. So when anyone tells me I don't have time, I mean, I can totally understand. No, I didn't have time either, man. But the beauty of this is that it's suitable with anyone, for anyone with any type of schedule. Man, we have moms, we have dads, we have people that can't use their phone at work. We have people that work graveyard shifts. Let them know that they exist in your investment group already, especially if they're a parent, because sometimes parents think they can't do this. Shout out to Nancy. She gets like 2 hours of sleep a night, and she's a mother of pets and humans, and she makes it work, right? So find a solution, okay? What are you gonna recommend for them? Okay, what is your schedule like? That's usually what I like to ask. What's your schedule like? How many days a week do you work? Because unless they're telling me that they work 7 days a week, 24 hours, then I can't really offer them a solution. But if they give me the generic, oh yeah, I work Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, no worries. We have something perfect for you. We have this thing called HFX. Oh man, that's why we have the Asian session. So we actually have this educator that sends out signals from this time to this time. Be confident in your product. Be confident in your business, right? If you're an esthetician, if you sell clothing, do you know what's behind? Do you know what you're selling? Right? If you have a clothing line, do you know if you sell bras or not? Do you know if you sell shorts? Do you know if you sell hoodies? Or are you just gonna sit there like, oh, okay, have a good one. Yeah, I don't know if we sell socks. The hell? What do you sell? Do you have something for them? And yes, we have something for everybody. We really do, okay? So awesome. Okay, based on your busy schedule, how much time could you put into this a week? And that's kind of what I was saying. Ask them what their schedule is like. Awesome, we actually have this. Provide a confident solution. Be excited, and be relatable. All right? Okay. Next one. I'm not good at sales. I don't want to post. Ooh, right? Drop some ones in the chat if you've gotten this. I don't want to post. My best friend who's been paying the monthly fee for like 5 months at this point, she doesn't want to post. Yeah, well, keep paying, right? Whatever. That's you. It's not gonna be me though. Waive my fee in my first day, right? But they don't understand what's the point of that, because they're looking at from the outside looking in, and they see that all you do is post all day. So they're like, I have to do that? Do I have to post? I mean, technically, no one has to do anything, but if you want to become a millionaire in this space and really, take full advantage of the opportunity, I mean, it's recommended, right? So if someone gives you this objection, you may have come across as too salesy, okay? But this is what we would say. No, worries, no worries. I completely understand. It's completely optional. You can make money solely through trading. And man, when I first started, I was pretty hesitant to tell anybody about this as well. But then when I saw how much money I was making and how easy it was to tell others, I just started doing it. All the most successful people, they were posting, so I was like, why not? The guy I started with, Josh Stewart, he makes $250,000 a month. He was posting, so I was gonna post too. I mean, you have to remember, this is literally me talking to a prospect. I realized that I shouldn't care about what people think if they're not paying my bills. I mean, social media is a tool, so why not use it? It was literally invented to promote your business. I have facts. I have confidence, right? So whatever it is that you need to say, okay? Plus, I don't want to be working for somebody else my whole life, so I decided it was best to tap into both streams of income. What are they really going to tell you after this? They're going to be like, okay, that makes sense. You're literally explaining it to them because people need to know why they're supposed to do something. Because you just, it's kind of like if you bring someone into the business and you just say, you have to post. Why? You got to tell them why. Oh, because it's easy. You want to tell people. And if you want to get more deeper, tell them, we literally want to change lives. But usually prospects, they don't buy that. They don't buy that. They don't. Okay. Next. I don't know anything about this. I'm skeptical. Literally the girl last night. I don't know anything about this. That's why I got to go do my research. Or they're skeptical. Okay. So if you don't know anything about this, no worries, no one knows anything. That's why we have everything laid out for you, man. When I first started, I had no idea what I was doing, but I just felt so comfortable when I joined that there was so many people ready to help me. They actually provided a welcome letter. That's what we're gonna provide for you. I'm actually gonna be there to mentor you alongside my leader who makes $5,000 a month. There's just so much love and energy. Also, let me remind you, there is a 7-day money back guarantee. You know, I could sit here all night and tell you what you're gonna get access to, but until you're there, you won't really be able to see everything. So I'll give you my word. There's a 7-day money back guarantee. Join. If in the next 7 days you don't like it, get your money back. It's okay. Right? Okay, I'm skeptical. So was I, but I realized if I continued to do the same thing I was doing, then I wasn't gonna get the outcome I desired. I was never taught financial literacy. How do you think rich people make money? They actually don't clock into work all day long. They don't. Have you ever heard of the cash flow quadrant? Do you know what residual income is? Well, the average millionaire has an average of 7 streams of income. And more than half of those are residual. Man, you just gotta talk about everything that you know. I always talk about how trading, you know, with investments, you can't live just off of investments. I mean, you could invest extremely risky. You need multiple streams of income, right? You know, if your job was to fire you tomorrow, do you have a plan B? What would you do? If you had an emergency today and you had a flat tire and you needed to buy groceries, would you have enough money? Like, you really got to get them to think why it is that they need this opportunity, right? And I'm almost done, fam. I know I've been talking for a while. Okay? Okay. So how to secure them. Keep in mind that it all starts with you and your mindset. You need to be bold and have the necessary posture in order to help people. Literally, the first thing I told you guys, confidence. You need to have the necessary posture and you need to be bold. Yes, you do. Have confidence in your business. This is what's paying you. It's what's going to pay the next person. So have some confidence. No one wants to follow or join someone who is weak and can't help them get from where they are to where they want to be. Right? This is just a moment of self-reflection. If you haven't gotten anyone to join in your organization, or if you get like one person to join a month, it's probably you, right? You probably display weakness and insecurity, and you probably don't Show confidence. You probably just slap posts on your stories and call it a day, right? Right? So you want to make sure that you have the confidence, the boldness, okay, family? And here are my credits, okay? So what I actually did was I went on YouTube, and this lady, Tanya Eliza, if you check her out, she has a lot of good content for network marketing. If you are serious about your business, I promise you, Alicia and I do this all the time. We invest into our business, we read books, we watch videos. That's what we do all day long. And that's what has been able to get us here and what will get us further. So if you want to follow right behind us, I highly recommend that you cut the Netflix, you cut the music, and you start listening to things that's going to help you elevate. But that was it. I'm going to stop recording now. How do I do that?